We need to talk again. Hey friends, Spankie Valentine here. Welcome to my face. And we are at it again. There have been some really interesting and amusing updates regarding the Logan Paul situation in the video that I posted 2 days ago, as well as some interesting things that YouTube has done in response to me over this. And so I wanted to quickly talk about that in this video and to address some of the comments and some of the things that I've been let's just say I got my big girl tea today and we're gonna be sipping a whole lot of it. Okay, I'm about to spill a whole lot of it. I'm sorry for anyone who's like, this is not a part of the regularly scheduled programming, Spankie. I am not used to this. There are times when things need to be said that I think are far more important than my newest makeup tutorial or comedy video. Those will still be coming, don't worry. Although I have always wanted to be able to post rant videos like these or talking videos, dialogue videos for you guys. The reality is, guys, as much as I love doing the comedy, the beauty, the fashion, and that is such a huge part of me, when the cameras turn off, another huge part of me is this. I am a very deep thinking, contemplative, analytical individual. I like having these type of conversations. I think they're very important, and I would like to do more of this as well. Kind of thought maybe I needed to start a new channel to be able to do those type of videos, but if you guys are open to me doing this a little bit more often sprinkled throughout on this channel, please let me know in the comments, because that's something that would actually make me really happy to be able to have these like deeper conversations with you. I am sweating like a cute pink little pig in this sweatshirt right now. Why did I put this on? Okay. First things first, I posted my video yesterday about my thoughts about the Logan Paul situation. If you guys haven't seen that video, I definitely recommend it. I'm going to be referencing it a little bit, and things might make a little more sense if you've seen that one first. I will have that linked in below, or I'll have it also in one of the, like the little iCard, I think over here. Basically, to sum it up, I just recapped what happened and then my thoughts about what it is saying about our overall society. So the top story for today, while I'm not going to address comments of people that tried to insult me personally because I could care less, I do want to address are some of the comments that I know that for every one of those comments, it usually reflects on a certain percentage of people who may feel a similar way. And that is an insight into a segment of our society that we need to educate and to learn from and do better with. Someone was like, oh, this is old news. Congratulations. You just said what like 50 million other people have already said. Why does everybody have to talk about it? Why do you have to talk about it? Like, can't we just move on into 2018 and like he said he's sorry and let's just forget about this and move on. My first gut human reaction was just I literally rolled my eyes so far back in my head, I almost put myself to sleep. Just like, ugh. Let's talk about the reality of life here. And I am not even going to reference Logan Paul because this, at this point, has nothing to do with him. We need to talk about this driving need that society has to move on from something so quickly. And when we do that, just like if you were to think about what happened in Las Vegas, we are missing the opportunity to talk about, to learn, to grow, to develop, and to better ourselves, not just as a society, not just in our communities, not just within the individual, but as a human race. We are not going to grow from this, and this is the exact reason why history repeats itself, because if we see something happen, if we witness something, if we experience something, if we cause something to happen, and we do not take the time to pause and to talk about it, what the hell are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing? And this type of thing will just keep happening and keep happening and keep happening, because that type of behavior where it's just like sweep it under the rug, let's move on, people, is enabling behavior. Would you rather I just be silent and post another makeup tutorial or a DIY video and not say anything that could potentially help the growth of society and the awakening of some people and to open a dialogue? Should we just be silent? I'll wait. Now, of course, it goes without saying that there were some people on my last video who left comments that clearly missed the mark. They didn't get the point. There were people making accusations like, how dare you hate on him and say that he deserves to be deleted from YouTube and that he shouldn't get anything and that he's a terrible person. To which I'm reading these comments and I'm just like, yeah, where did I say that? I definitely knew that there were going to be some of those type of comments, which is ironic in a couple of ways. Number one, because it was exemplifying what I was talking about in that video about this blind fandom. You can be a fan of somebody, you can have your YouTube icon and somebody that you love to watch their videos over and over again, and you just love almost everything that they do. And I say almost because we are all humans and we are flawed as human beings and we make mistakes. He made a mistake or a choice that was a really bad one, and that to just blindly accept that and defend it to the core and to attack other people who are standing up and saying, you know what, that was not the right thing to do and we need to have a conversation about that and how we can prevent that type of thing from happening again. That was just that was them exemplifying blind fandom. To like the two comments where someone's like, oh, you're doing this for the views, and I'm like, you don't get it. There's also a strong part of me as a creator and as somebody who can help facilitate this type of dialogue that it would actually be more irresponsible of me to just post one video about the topic and then never say anything about it again, because then it feels like I started this conversation and then I just left it. And something very, very amusing to me is YouTube demonetized my last video about the Logan Paul situation. And you guys know in that video I talked about suicide prevention, I talked about depression, my own dealings with depression and thoughts of suicide, and I talked about the need to educate our youth and the need to grow as a society and unify together as one people and treat each other with respect. And somehow YouTube decided that that was not family friendly, that was not advertiser friendly, and they demonetized the video, which was also quite ironic because in that video I also called attention to the responsibility that YouTube played in Logan Paul's video going viral because they allowed it to be on the top 10 of trending for about 24 hours. To my knowledge, as many times as I've heard that that video was flagged by viewers as being incredibly inappropriate, which it was, to my knowledge, YouTube never demonetized that video, and of course YouTube wasn't the one who deleted it. It was Logan Paul. After the backlash, they decided to remove the video. So in that video, I also gave my thoughts about this hierarchy favoritism system that it seems like is going on the platform. I can't say with a certainty because, of course, I am not an employee of YouTube, and so these are just my observations as a creator, and there are lots of creators who feel similarly. Now, real quick, let me stop myself and say that I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for YouTube. It has given me the ability to make videos like this and to connect with amazing people like you guys and to build this community. So I'm forever grateful for that. But at the same time, I have this burning need for things to be right and for things to be done right and fair. Now, I specifically stated at the beginning of my video that all of the ad revenue generated on that video was going to be donated to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And so when the ad revenue just gets cut completely, meaning they said it's not family friendly, therefore they're not running ads or they're going to run limited ads on it, it's like, I'm trying to do something for this charitable cause that I think is very valuable, and they just cut off my ability to do that. Now, I also personally was making donations to the organization, so money will still be coming from here to there, but that's something that I never really like to talk about. I don't usually publicly talk about where I am donating because I don't want people to think that I'm like trying to boast or brag about it, because I don't think that's why we should be giving. I think we should be giving to charities because because that's what we should do as humans. So it was, I have contested it, so hopefully maybe even by the time that this video goes up, it will be cleared and it will be back to monetizing. I don't know. Now I can almost hear some of those people who love judgmental comments typing on their little things right now saying, so you're only doing this for the money? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. I am only doing this for the money. Couldn't you tell? I'm so rich. Ad revenue, come to me. The funny thing is, to a certain degree, this conversation right now is about the money, and it's because that was never my money. The only place that money was ever going to see was that charity. So when I see that resource being cut off for reasons that don't seem legitimate to me, then it gets a little frustrating. So to try to counteract that, if that doesn't get reinstated in the monetization, then I will monetize this video, and the proceeds from this video will go to that charity. I am determined to get some ad revenue money to that charity beyond what I will donate myself. So beyond that, of course, I think there's a greater issue of the system is flawed here. The system on how videos are being viewed and approved and flagged or not flagged is flawed, because if one of my videos gets flagged because I'm talking about suicide prevention, and a video that contains imagery of an actual suicide victim in a way that was very distasteful to a lot of people doesn't get flagged and winds up making it into trending, this system in which we are putting our videos and our content, in which you guys are consuming content, is flawed, and I think attention needs to be brought to that. I, as a creator, as a human being, should be able to talk openly about dealing with depression, about people who deal with depression, who deal with thoughts of suicide, and be able to talk about it in an open way that is designed to hopefully be helpful to people. I would like to hope that that kind of content would be considered extremely family friendly, because those are conversations I think that need to be had in our education system, in schools, in public schooling, private schooling, in the household. It needs to be an open dialogue so that people feel like they have a place to discuss this without being judged. And so when I get flagged and say, oh, you're not like advertiser friendly or you're not family friendly, it kind of feels like you're being condemned for having those real conversations that need to be had in our society if we want to see something change for the better. And that being said, I want to say how extremely proud I am of you guys and all of the comments that you left me in the Dear Logan Paul video, because so many of you shared such deeply personal, powerful stories about your life, about you dealing with depression, about the struggles that you've overcome, which had broken my heart to the core. And I think you guys are so brave to be able to share those stories, to be able to write that out, and to be able to feel comfortable and confident enough in yourself and your strength and what you have been through. That's exactly what I wanted to achieve in posting that video. Was I wanted to create this open conversation where we felt like this was a safe place to talk about the things that we've been through, how we've learned from it, and how we can continue to learn and grow from it and propel ourselves forward to a better future. So bravo to you guys. I don't mean that to sound like cheesy or anything, but man, I am so impressed with all of you. So how do we wrap this up? How do we move forward? Like I said in the last video, education is, I think, of the utmost importance. Feel free to leave a comment in this video and share your thoughts, share your feelings, or maybe something that you personally have experienced, because there is something really therapeutic and healing and just bonding about doing that. Beyond this, I hope that you guys are having these types of conversations with your family, with your friends, whether you want to just equip yourself with how to better educate those around you and to express yourself and to feel like you have a safe place to communicate. I want you guys to know that this is that place. You will never get judgment coming from me about your life or your experiences. For this year and moving forward, I just want to be even more open and more raw and talk about things that are really important. I should probably mention that I'm going to be testing out a new upload schedule, which would mean every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 videos a week, what? To this channel. I want to see how that works. Once again, I will have links to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. If you guys are ever feeling that darkness, that struggle, you are absolutely not alone. I have been there myself. I am a living example that you can get through it. And I believe in you. I know that you can. Please reach out to someone. You will have someone available to you 24/7. Do not hesitate to reach out to them. It's a new year. It's a new freaking Spankie. Let's do this shit. I love you, smooches. Peace.